Apparently, I've been watching one too many Final Fantasy 14 videos from Whoops and the Nest team that I fucking forgot that I learned what a gooch press was. No, I'm not editing that out. Figure that out for yourselves, chat. I'm not editing this thing out. Anyway, welcome back to another part of Mario Party 9. Oh god, if you guys look what that fucking video is, I'm not responsible for anything that happens. Anyway, today we are going to be going through Boss Rush and the remaining mini games we are missing within free play mode. So, first things first, I gotta get that list up from my notepad I have on my computer right now. And in general, we are gonna go through the majority, or like the remaining, or the boss fights in general. So, it's gonna be fun. So, they're all gonna go on very, not master. They're all gonna go on very hard. So, Boss Rush mode. One of my favorite parts about the minigame mode in this game. Such a beautiful thing. Welcome to Boss Rush. You wanna hear the rules? Yes, we do. Players battle a series of bosses, one after the other. Points are awarded based on the result of each boss battle. The player with the most points at the end wins. At the end of each boss battle, 5 points are awarded to first, 3 for second, 2 for third, 1 for last. So that's it. It's just a beat 'em up with all the boss fights. So we can either fight all the mid bosses, all the stage bosses, or what we're gonna do today, every single boss fight in the game. And this is gonna be a comeuppance for myself, because going back and editing all all the parts from the solo mode, there were some bosses that I did not explain their mechanics. So now I'm here to explain them a lot better than I should have. So, Saga to Lakitu. Whole point of this boss fight is that you just hit blocks with bullet bills to do damage to him. His whole gimmick is that he throws spinies at us like a normal Mario Brother game. So watch out for the spinies and time your jumps correctly to get as much points as you get. This timing you get either a 2 or a spiny. And a little thing about these bosses I think I brought up in part 3's video is that they actually do scale with the amount of people you have, the health I mean. Anyway, now that Lakitu's like halfway through his health, what that means is that good old Lakitu will be throwing a big spiny, which causes us to lose 2 HP. Rules still apply. So if you get the last hit, you're gonna get a bunch of points. So yeah, am I gonna expect to win most of these boss fights? No, because it's been a while since I fought them. So let's just have some fun and see if I'm still gonna win at the end of this. So we're done with Lakitu. Next one up is Wiggler. Gotta love those little intros. Wiggler Bounce. So, whole point of Wiggler Bounce is that, and I think I've explained it in part 1, you just ground pound on the segments of Wiggler to do damage on them. Purple ones are worth 1 point, and the orange, or the red ones, it looks orange to me, are worth 3. And there goes the orange, so we're not gonna do damage with that. Every time you ground pound, you go off the segment you're on, but there's like there's no DI in it. There's no influence after you ground pound. So like if you're heading straight first into a piranha plant, you're not gonna be able to move away from it. You just gotta accept your fate. You just gotta perish. Oops. There you go. Now halfway point. Halfway point is roughly the same within the first part of the match, but Wiggler gets angrier, so like he's gonna move a lot faster, meaning you got less time to not react, but less time to ground pound the segment you want. Also, a little thing about this is that you can actually ground pound the computers. Like you can ground pound the other players as well to like make them not move and steal points. Anyway, Luigi got the final attack. Finish. I had 18 points because I kept going for the red segment. Would I like to describe the metas for each of these boss fights? Yes, but I'd rather just have you guys explore the meta for each of these games. Anyway, next one up is Womp. Womp. You guys already know how much I love this boss fight from part 2's video. Or part 2. So Womp Stomp. Basically, it's just a game of chicken in a way. Either hit left or right on the D-pad to choose a number and either you'll move one or you won't move one. It's that easy.
Start.
The fun part about this game is that it's all psychological. You have to think of what your other opponents are gonna do. So yeah, this is just basically, can you outwit your opponents to guarantee the most amount of damage you can get. After Womp slams down on a poor suspecting soul, you just have to ground pound on Womp to get points. The maximum you can get is at best 12 if you're in the middle, 9 if you're on the sides. Just like mash the A button to ground pound. All right, this is fun. Anyway, as I said, this is just like a game of just game theory and like gaming in general, trying to outwit your opponent and trying to see which one you want to do. Now that we're at the halfway point of Womp's boss fight, he jumps into the middle of the board and basically makes the counter go up. So this time you actually have to think more and more on like how you want to do it. God effing damn it. This fucking boss fight, I cannot think sometimes. Anyway, yeah. So like Womp jumps in the middle of the board and then you have to basically figure out how to change your strategy depending on how many times he jumps at. You can only jump between 1 or twice, so like that's good in itself. So you need to figure out what to do at the end of the bout. Good. So every time Womp, as you've been saying, every time Womp goes on someone has to lose points. Yeah, someone has to lose points. So there is no ifs, ands, or buts. One person is not gonna get any points for one round. So try to figure out where you want to be in the position, because it also determines where you are gonna be for ground pounding. So like if you're the first one up, you're in the middle. If you're the second one up, you're on the left. And if you're the last one up, you're on the right. So it's just like determine where you want to be and what number to choose. Anyway, Bombard King Bob-omb. This is another like game theory one. Another one to just fuck with your opponents. It's that simple. Basically, you pick one of the 4 spaces, D-pad A, 1 or 2, to pick up a bomb. And there's 3 different sizes of bombs. So there's the big one, the medium one, and the small one. They all correspond with their own points. Smalls are 1, mediums are 2, bigs are 3. This is, as I said, this is also a game where with a game theory and like fucking with your opponents and all that. It's bluffing in the sense of like you get to pick which one you want to do, and all that. So so far, if 2 people pick the same one, no one's gonna throw the bomb, and that's it. But this is just a game of which one can I pick and which one can I fuck with my opponents. So like I could just say I picked 1, so please don't pick 1. So like stuff like that. It's like bluffing within poker and all that. It's a really fun experience if you got people to play this game with. So just determine which one you want to do. And if everyone ties or picks the same bomb, no one throws bombs. This game takes a while to do, but it's pretty interesting. So yeah, you could just do the strategy of don't pick any bombs. Like don't pick any strategy and just hit all the buttons at the same time and see which one the game recognizes. So that's what I've been doing for a bit of these. I'm just bored. I'm just hitting all the buttons at once. But that means that this entire boss fight's gonna go a lot longer than it should be. So how you guys doing on this eventful day? All right, halfway point. Now we are getting to the spicy stuff within this boss fight. Now that he's at half health, something new will happen to people when they mimic or when they pick the same one. Ugh. Came out throw the bomb, making us lose a point. So now this time you can force yourself to lose points to make someone else get out of first place. It's up to you if you want to be the aggregator to not getting any points. It's like it's up to you if you rather want to stop someone from winning or make someone just win in general. All right, I got third for this again. I'm getting a bunch of thirds. I'll take it though. At least I'm not getting last. Oh, Luigi's been getting last actually. Let me see. So this is just all about like game theory and bluffing and all that. It's a fun game. It really is a fun game. You only got first in Woms. The rest of you has been fourth. Next one up is Dry Bones. So, deck Dry Bones. This is a memory game where you have to use the pointer to pick the card you want. I'll explain it a little better when the things show up because it's hard to explain with nothing on screen.
Start.
Dry Bones jumps up, and then we have to pick between one of two platforms to pick. So we just have to pick one of the cards that are on screen. Whichever platform he lands on, pick the corresponding platform to do damage to him. Pick the wrong card and you don't do any damage. Pick the incorrect card, and I'm using the correct term for this. Pick the wrong card, you'll not get any points. Pick the incorrect card and you'll lose points from that Dry Bones card. So have some fun, try to remember as best as you can, and get some points. Now that we're like these points, this is like one of the easier ones in the game. Now that we're at the halfway point, Dry Bones will actually now do something else within the board. Now time to remember. Time to remember now. Damn, I got the wrong one. All right, as you saw, Dry Bones actually runs across the screen to make us to like shuffle the cards again, and then we have to keep an eye on which one we picked and which one got shuffled. So it's that simple. There we go. I think I'm getting second this fight. Yeah, I'm getting second this fight. All right, so that's just like one of the simple ones in this game. It really is one of the most simple boss fights in this game, which is kind of fun, kind of good. In general, if you want an easy boss fight within an easy mini boss, or yeah, easy like mid boss, pick Dry Bones if it's available in party mode. If not, there's a different one that's also pretty simple. If it shows up, you can also pick that one up as well. Now we are up against King Boo. King Boo's puzzle attack. We are basically doing a puzzle game as a boss fight against King Boo. It's fun. I like puzzle games. Anyway, basically you have a board like Bejeweled, and basically you just get to have fun and just make matches. So sorry if I'm gonna have like no commentary on this. Okay, match the lightning bolts. You'll do damage to everyone, which makes them stunned and like lose points and all that. It's really good, and that's just pretty much it. Just like match combos, make a match of 3 symbols to do points. And now that we're at the halfway point, King Boo actually puts one of his Boo minions here to mess with us. So yeah, get hit by a Boo, and then we have to deal with his shenanigans. Shake the Wii remote to get him loose, and that's it. Just make matches of 3, have fun. It's just a simple puzzle game. I hope that I'm actually explaining these enough for you to understand, but not enough to like make them like for you to understand the meta of this board. Also, I hope I'm not being too annoying with like my commentary and all that. Halfway done within the bosses. Next one up is Cheep Cheep. Cheap shot. Grab the shells and fire them back at cheap. Basically, this is a tilter one, so you hold the remote like sideways. You tilt the remote left, right, up, down to move those directions, and you press 2 to shoot a shell. The whole point is just that, as I said, shoot a shell at cheap to make points, to get points. You can also push people away to grab it. If you already have a shell in your hand and you move over another shell, you're gonna not pick it up. So yeah. Nice dodge from me. So have fun. These shells actually do home in a bit. Oops. Like these shells do home in a bit, which is kind of funny. Kind of is like the word of the day. Anyway, now that we're halfway through the boss fight, actually it's gonna get a lot more interesting. Beginning, like, he just doesn't move around that much. He just stays like around the middle of the screen. Now that he is like at half health, he'll move a lot more. He'll move actually to the back of the screen, and he'll just have some fun. After that, he'll jump up and land at a corkscrew to make us lose points and all that. So it's more fun, much more maneuverable, and like much more annoying to shoot. That's just it. Just have fun, shoot him. I got stuck in this fight because I cannot shoot the last shell at him. It's just fun. These shells do home in a bit, and like I mean by a bit. They're not red shell homing, but they do home in a bit to cheap to make your shot a bit more better. Next is blooper. Blooper barrage. So whole point of this fight is that we just have to shoot blooper. It's a shoot 'em game, so we just use our pointer as we use the cursor, our pointer, the cursor of our cannon, and we just press A to shoot. It's that simple. Just shoot the man. He jumps, he goes down in the water, and then we have to basically decide on where we want to shoot him. It's that simple. He just goes down, goes back up, goes down, go back up, and all that. It's super simple of a boss fight. Now that we're at the halfway point, he actually speeds up his animations a lot, and actually he's puts ink on the screen to make us like not shoot, but more like making it more harder for us to hit him. High miss. Damn. All right, so sorry for no commentary on that one. It's like really hard to commentate and focus aiming on the same time. I thought I got him on that last shot. Ugh. All right, I'm counting cards. Counting cards is not fun. So, just shoot the man, halfway point. He shoots more, he moves a lot more faster with animations. He just teleports, like quote unquote, and he just shoots more spinies as well. You didn't see it there, or you probably saw it there, that he shoots more spinies as well. So it's much more harder to shoot him and not get your shots in. Anyway, now we're at spikes. I did not read the name because I was looking somewhere else. Can't read it here either. Nice. Anyway, whole point of spike, and this is one of the more easier ones combined with dry bones, which is a reactionary, and which is just a reactionary test. Spike has a chance of giving us a golden hammer, a normal hammer, or a twig. So we just have to look at the screen and pick the hammer we want. Gold ones are worth 3, normal hammers are worth 1, sticks and nothing make you lose a point. So in general, just mostly go for the golden hammer. But if you know you're not fast enough to go for a golden hammer than your opponents, just go for the normal one. Now that we're at the halfway point, he makes the lava rise, giving us less time to react, and also means that there's only one golden, one normal hammer on the board now. So just react faster. It's a faster reaction time now, so that you have to pick for the golden hammer or the normal hammer, since there's only one of each. It's kind of sad, but it's kind of funny that you need to now, instead of like waiting a bit more, you have to act almost instantaneously to pick the hammer you want. I just use the computers as a helping guide to find out where the golden hammer is, but in general, find the golden hammer to do more damage. If you can't go for golden hammer, go for the normal one. This is one of the more simpler ones next to dry bones. So if spikes or dry bones comes up, spikes, right there we go. If those two come up, just pick those because they're the easier ones. If you want more of a harder time, go for either like Lakitu or Cheep Cheep. Now that we're done with Spike Strike, we're going to Chain Chomp and Chain Chomp Romp. This is just a puzzle. Yeah, it's a puzzle game. This is a pipe puzzle mini game. So basically, there are cannons at the end of the minecarts. You have to pay attention to which cannon you want to just decide on. Yeah, just look at the cannon to see which one you want, and that's it. Just pick a cannon. There are normal cannons now, and there's also golden cannons that you'll see, I think, in the next batches of cannons. The normal cannons are worth 1. The golden cannons are worth 3. So like those are like the big boy damage if you want to like follow them. And is that simple? Motherfucker. Looking from right on my nose. If you are just banking on finding just the golden ones, you're gonna go to the to where the sign is, and you're gonna lose a point because Chain Chomp is gonna bite you. Anyway, it's basically a reactionary test and just a place to see where you can grab points and damage and all that. It's nothing too major. It's just follow the path you want to go and pick your thing more, or pick the card you want as fast as you can. Now that we're at the halfway point, things are gonna get a lot more interesting within this boss fight. Now there's 2 openings to lose points, and there's only 3 cannons. Math dictates that. So basically, now that there's only 3 spaces or 3 cannons, 2 people are gonna lose points. So if you're not paying attention, you're probably gonna lose points at the end of the day. I think that's the 3rd one. I think I might need the 3rd one or 2nd one. Anyway, basically each of the balls do like a consistent amount of damage, which as you've been seeing, and you can actually use that. You can count cards in this game, so like you can just see like the damage numbers and just read which one you need. I feel like I need a 2 in this one, so no, I think I need a 3. Oh, actually no, never mind, I was right. Nice, final damage, and I got first in this one. This is like a decently simple game. It's just a pipe puzzle. Find the cannon you want, press the corresponding button within your reaction time, and it's just that simple. Now we are almost done. 10/12 of the way there. We are 5/6 there. Now we're at one of the worst mini bosses in the game, in my opinion. Bowser Jr.'s Breakdown. This is just a dice game. This is just a luck game. So we just fight Bowser Jr. in space. It's a beautiful clown copter with hands though. Anyway, battle 11. And I'm going first for once. Let's go. That's not gonna matter. Basically, it's the same thing as normal. You can like shake the weird mode to get more power within your dice block, as in like the normal board. Hit a multiple of 3 and you will do damage to him. If you don't hit a multiple of 3, or if the total number is not a multiple of 3, your turn is theoretically skipped, and then the next opponent and like the next player can roll to get a multiple of 3. So the maximum you can get is 15, and there is like no cap. As soon as you get like near 15, whatever number you do, technically there was a cap then. If you get near the number of 15, like if you're 1 away from 15, no matter what number you pick, you're still gonna get 15 points. There is no like there is a maximum, but there like is no limit to how much you can roll. Nice, I got 6 points. Now that you can also see the little Bowser Jr. icon near the 15. If we don't get it this, I probably might just like grab a fucking edit from like my part 6 video if we don't get that Bowser Jr. icon to show you what it does. So whatever happens happens, but in general he grabs hammers, like he rolls dice to make us lose points. So the number he rolls on a 1 to 2 die, half for 1, half for 2, he'll just, the collective total will make us lose points. You have a time limit also on like how much you can roll. You have like 10 seconds? Yeah, 10 seconds to roll. So like you can just channel all your energy in like Goku and just do that. This is just a simple like dice game and luck game, so you just have to believe in the heart of the dice. Now that we're at halfway, Bowser Jr. does a little ballerina spin to make himself get angrier, and now we have more options to deal with. He puts on his own little Bowser Jr. bomb, which gives us more chances to hit the little Bowser Jr. spaces and lose points. So yeah, and we also lose more points. He rolls 2 dice now instead of 1, as Shy Guy's gonna show. Barely anyone gets the 1, but now that we're here getting the 2, Bowser Jr. is gonna use 2 hammers, and Shy Guy's gonna lose 3 points, 1 point for each of the hammer swings, which is kind of funny. Anyway, now that we're there, we are so close to 15, but I don't think I'm gonna reach 15. I reached 12 though. I've been getting very lucky this board. I've been getting very lucky here. 2, 3, 4. All right, 1 more is gone. Like 1 more and he's done. So if anyone rolls a 3, he's just done so. Luigi rolled a 6, he gets 9, and I think he gets like pure second. So this is fun. Also, it's funny that if you get any number higher than like you need, so like that one you just needed a 3 and he's done. If you roll up to a 15, you actually get all 15 points. Yeah, you just get all 15 points. It's just an overkill, but you still get those points, which is kind of cool, but kind of like a little BS in my opinion, because you could be very like far away, but if someone gets all the way up to 15 and Bowser Jr. are very low health, they'll get all of the 15 HP, get the last bonus, meaning he'll get 18 instead of 15. And if you guys are that apart, if you guys are like 12 apart, then the 15 and the +3 will make it a lot more horrible for you guys. Anyway, the final boss fight of the game, Bowser's battle. Bowser's Dice Battle. Now we're fighting Bowser in the middle of the galaxy, apparently. I called this Super Mario Galaxy 3 in my fucking LP of this game. So I'm still calling it Mario Galaxy 3. Bowser throws blocks to basically decide your fate. Pick up a dice block and throw it. In general, you just want more of your faces on it to get more points. So Luigi got 4, I got 3, while Luigi got 1, or Luigi got 2. Well, Luigi got 2, and then Bowser got 1. Every time you roll a Bowser icon, Bowser's actually going to be able to do damage to us. And since it's like 4 people, the dice are split up into 2 each, or like 2 faces per side. So it's gonna be you got like a what's the probability? It's like 2 out of 6. Yeah, it's like 2 out of 6 to get your face and all that. So it's not bad. It's good odds. It's decent odds to get your face. So yeah, just roll. Try to see if you can get your own face. In general, if you want, roll the Bowser dice because he shoots, and every time you get hit by a fireball, you lose 1 point. But then also in general, roll your opponent's die. If you see your opponent's face on one of the dice, pick it up and throw it, because the less points or the less faces that you see with their face, the more chances you're gonna get for your own face. So it's just that simple. Another dice block game, another luck game, basically like if you can get your own face and all that. Now that we're at the halfway point, Bowser gets a lot bigger, meaning his attacks are going to be a lot more devastating, as you're probably going to see after Shy Guy's little attack. And another part of this boss fight begins as well. Or 2 things actually. Bowser shoots even bigger fireballs, which are going to be a lot more harder to dodge. Bowser throws his own dice to like make the stage bosses appear. So like each of them have their own little abilities. Like Bowser now shoots a shotgun pattern of fireballs. It's really easy to dodge. Now that we're done with Bowser's die, actually Bowser picks up or grabs the stage and tilts it, making it harder for us to get what we want. And momentum's a thing. All right, nobody got any dice for Bowser actually. So Shaiga does 4, Waluigi does 3, I do 2, and Luigi does 1. Since no one got any Bowser faces, Bowser doesn't attack with the fireballs, but he still does attack with the Bowser die he's gonna shoot. Good little animation. I'm surprised we didn't get that in the original LP. It's kind of weird though. Anyway, you can actually go under the bomb or under the dice to have fun. Now that we're at King Bob-omb is a different one. He makes bombs rain that are near explosion. If the bomb blows up near you, you lose a point. The only one we haven't seen is Wiggler, and I don't think I've actually seen Wiggler in my own time playing this game. Anyway, damn, no faces for me. Hey. I think no, Shy Guy gets these points, so he gets 6, and I think it's like 5. No, still 3. So I still win. So I'm proud of that one. But yeah, this is just a whole boss fight of Bowser. Just pick up dice and throw them. If you have horrendous luck like I do, you're probably not gonna get any faces on them for your own self. So it's just the luck of the draw. Anyway, with all those bosses I've explained fully and hopefully decently, we are done with boss rush. So I hope you guys have been keeping track of the points at home, because I have not been keeping track of the scores. So they go in order from like mini bosses first to stage bosses second. So they all go in order from the first world to the 6th world, mini bosses to big bosses. So you can actually keep a track of how you've been doing, and also keep a track of how big the icons are gonna be, because the bigger they get, the more points you get, and the better it is to signify, hey, you're winning, you're getting the most points. So let's see the results. Who is the winner of Boss Rush? If you guessed me, congratulations, you're getting another gold star and another pat on the back. Except you, Merlin, you're getting a pat on the head. You're never escaping this fate. You're never escaping the fate of being patted all the time. We're gonna pat your head until the end of eternity. Just embrace it. No spray bottle for you either. Anyway, I did not see the points, so I'm probably gonna put another still image on screen to show you what the points are. But yeah, this is just a simple game. This is just a pretty good like all-rounder for like boss rushes and all that. So I feel like, looking at my time, I don't think I have enough time to do another part or like another thing, so I'm probably gonna record another video after this. So yeah, boss rush is fun though. If you're just bored but you want to do like see all the boss games within this like all the boss games within this, just go through boss rush. You can buy it through the museum, and it's a fun time. See if you can beat your old score and see if you can get first within all the boards or all the boss fights. But with that, it's time for me to end this video. So hope you guys have enjoyed this. In the next part, we are going to just go to free play and just play the remaining games we have missed within our journey. And hopefully after doing that, we are going to the museum to talk about stuff there. So talk to you all then.